Hi, I'm Mitch Waterman, and you're watching GrapChats.
And what a month it has been in professional wrestling. Welcome back. This is episode 14 of the GrapChats Pro Wrestling Podcast. As always, I'm your host. My name is Steve Willis, and I am joined by Matty. How you going, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Slugging through the silly season. Just, you run out of days is what I keep seeming to find, where it's just like, oh, I gotta do this. And then there's this, and then there's this. You're like, where do I do a podcast at some point? I need a time. Like, there's just so much stuff happening. But like, otherwise, very well.
I remember, like, as a kid, you have that gap between Christmas and New Year where it's like, what day is it? And sometimes as an adult, depending on your work schedule, when your work stops and goes back, because then the only day you really got to remember is what day to go back to.
Yeah, well, look, I don't have any real days off of work outside of like Christmas Day and New Year's Day are the only ones. Yeah, and then same. Like I had a coworker had to have like a fairly major surgery, so I had to like figure out stuff around that. And then like obviously the little one has like end of year drama performance, and there's like carols at her school going on, and then there's my family's Christmas, and then my partner's family's Christmas, and then what's happening for New Year's, and then I went and saw Kendrick Lamar last week as well, so find time to go to a concert.
Yes, you did too. How was that, man? That looks sick.
Very, very cool. Very, very fun. Being in a stadium full of people saying that someone was a PDF downloader was insane. So weird to just be like, but also his performance was so good. Being like a person randomly walking past the building on the street, and all of a sudden just see like, oh, here's 50,000 people going A minor. Oh, dude, I have it recorded. And I've played it back, and I went, oh, my phone has noise gated this. It was louder. Like it's turned it down, and it's still deafening.
Yeah.
But even before Kendrick came out, support act was Schoolboy Q, who's another like a West Coast rapper, Kendrick's label, things like that. Schoolboy Q has the same thing that like Swerve Strickland has, where that dude walked down on stage, you're like, oh, he's so fucking cool. Like just had all of it. You know what I mean? Like that intangible thing of like, that's the coolest guy. And he didn't look particularly weird, but just, oh my, like just boundless charisma. As soon as he showed up, you're like, yep, that's the guy. That's the dude right there. Like, it was a very, very good show. It was fun. And then my partner and my daughter went to go see Gaga on the weekend as well, which sounded also insane.
Yeah.
Just like as far as like a pure performance and like spectacle kind of thing. Two very different type of shows.
Yeah, more of a stage production than just a simple concert. Yeah. There'd be a whole production going on as well.
It's a lot. Yeah. It's very, very cool. It's very, very cool. There's been a lot of good shows nearby, and there's also been a lot of good wrestling shows that have happened in the last month. Also, a couple big major ones. So we should probably get cracking with the knacking. If we go through the kind of major ones in chronological order, our first shows with our double cage was AEW's Blood and Guts. 3-match show. Just 3. Women's Blood and Guts, Hangman versus Powerhouse Hobbs, Men Blood and Guts. That's it. The women got 45 minutes. Hangman Hobbs had like a tight 15 barn burner, and then you got the men's one, which went about 54. Really fun show, in my opinion. What did you think, Steve?
I enjoyed it. I think the standout thing for me was the amount of story in the men's Blood and Guts, because it really shows, and like Jon Moxley doesn't need to be as generous as he is currently being, and it's awesome that he's doing that. Because he's putting people over left and right, and it is making stars.
Because obviously he's big enough, especially in AEW now, where like he's like the guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
he's still very much the ace.
It loses nothing. He's had the most world title runs. He's been like a main focus since the first Double or Nothing where he showed up. So like he can take these losses, and it means it won't knock his stock down. But to put over Kyle O'Reilly like he has, to do the stuff with Mark Briscoe, obviously with Darby Allin. It's been so, and then to watch like him slowly giving up more, to watch the Death Riders being like, this guy, like, you know what I mean? Like this.
You can subtly see that they're starting to lose faith in him.
Yep.
And like, it's a slow burn, but it's a good burn. And yeah, like, I think is he injured right now?
Kyle
O'Reilly?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. It might be like a minor thing. I know Darby is. Darby got taken out of the C2. But yeah, no, I think Kyle's still around. Or maybe he's just taking a minute.
Yeah, but whatever he's doing right now, as soon as he's like back on TV, instant huge star. Like, this is the highest up a card I've ever seen Kyle O'Reilly, and
good.
Thank you, John Moxley, for doing
good. Yes, absolutely. I like
he very much deserves it.
I like that social media is calling him Dictator Claudio, because you watch the rest of the Death Riders like looking to him now for like, when can we go? What do I do? And then during the Continental Classic or the C2 most recently, they had Mox versus Claudio, and I thought like, oh, this is where Mox like dies. This is where they do him in, and it's not. It was very funny because they announced like it was coming up on time limit. They were like 5 minutes remaining, and then Claudio just killed him, stone dead, pinned him. And Bryan Danielson pointed out on commentary that like, even when it was the Blackpool Combat Club, Mox was the leader because no one could beat Mox. So he was the leader, right? Yuta couldn't, Danielson couldn't, Garcia hasn't. Claudio is now the only one. Mox has never beaten him, and now he's won over. So you'll watch them all start like looking to Claudio instead. And he just had a heater they went to a draw with Takeshita, the CMLL title and the IWGP title, and they did it to a 20-minute draw, and woohoo! That was all the fun of the fair. But yeah, it is very slowly coming, and also lived up to its name of Blood and Guts, because boy did people bleed. Shout out again, Kyle O'Reilly and Sky Blue in the women's match. You absolute psycho. That image of her just covered in her own claret. Like, I was just like, this. What is it? She's like, this is my match. I love this. And then people are being like, that's Sky Red. That's not Sky Blue. Yep. Like, so that women's match was amazing. They went so all out. Yeah. Except Mercedes, which is kind of great. Who took like one bump, and then that was kind of it. But like, Willow went ridiculous. Jamie Hayter went ridiculous. Marina Shafir came out late and just looked like she's benefited, because she looks like a monster. Yeah. Like, stomping on the glass into her foot so she could step it onto someone else. Yeah.
And the bed of nails spot with Stat.
Oh, yes. Gross. Very gross.
A strange thing, like, Blood and Guts, or I guess because it's built on the War Games concept, it's meant to be their version of War Games. Yep. A key part of War Games is you do not leave the cage. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's the one key difference with Blood and Guts, is they just let them leave the cage.
I think they have to I think they had to escape, because what happened with the women's one is it was Thekla like crawled through like a gap, like one of the camera holes.
Through one of the uprights,
she escaped to like, and then killed the referee so she could unlock it and like come back in, and then lock the other people out. So like,
I remember seeing them crawl through those big uprights in the center. But I'm like, heck, but as soon as it happened, it triggered, like, brain goes, they're not supposed to do that. There's rules against that.
It was cool. It was a cool way to set up the finish of Toni Storm giving up for Mina Shirakawa, because she was just getting like brutalized with all of Mercedes' 87 championships. Also, I have to say, like, for all the people that have been amazing this year, there's so many, but like, I'm really coming around to Mina Shirakawa. Like, I've never watched a lot of Stardom, so I didn't get a lot of it. And it was like, okay, busty Japanese lady, great, no worries, sounds fantastic, I'm on board, like, is hot. But like, the combination of tremendous wrestling, charisma despite it not being her first language, like how well she plays with Toni Storm, how like funny she is, but how much you can get kind of like still emotionally drawn in. I really, really like Mina Shirakawa.
Yeah, it's a rare thing because it used to be a lot more obvious in terms of like with the Japanese talent, because the language barrier can sometimes just create that awkward kind of clunkiness. And now that's just gone. Like, obviously, Mina, her English is great. Like, you can understand everything she says, but they can call spots in the ring and they instantly get it because that chemistry is there. And that has to be really strong chemistry to be able to bridge that language barrier. That's what I noticed the most with Mina. And it was instant, too. The first time we saw her on television, like, instant chemistry with the other female talent, because obviously they'd worked together in Stardom, but it comes through on television instantly. And that's rare and it's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. And like, yeah, you'll hear no negatives from me about the show. It was fun. I like that Hangman and Powerhouse Hobbs went out and just had a falls count anywhere. Like, right, we're here for a good time, not a long time. And it was just like, they just went and killed it. The fact that at the end of it, it was like, Hangman hit that move where he went into the power boxes that took all the lights out that finally finished it. And you saw him there like shrouded. You almost started getting the looks into like it's getting darker again, where like he's literally in darkness and that madness in his eyes. It's like, oh, he's going to that. Yeah,
that guy's place. Still around. Just reminding everyone that he's still there.
Yes. And I mean, look, he will probably be much more important in the things we will talk about upcoming. But
I liked in the finish of that match, that spot where Hobbs goes through the audio, the setup and they have the pyro and everything going off. It just reminds me that like when AEW had that exploding barbed wire death match and the ending was such a wet fart, and then ever since then, every pyro spot has been set up perfectly. Like nothing has gone wrong on pyro since that one time where everything went wrong with pyro.
I look forward to I have a speaking I'm gonna weirdly loop back around to that match later on in this podcast because it will come up again. But super fun show. Insane that this show was free. This is just on television and you could watch it.
It's just like, a TV episode,
utterly ridiculous. Like, please never stop, TK. I don't care. Like, just, you can happily keep giving away this lunacy for free. I really don't mind. Doesn't bother me none. And then on the other side of the aisle, I suppose, we had Survivor Series. Very rare to say that a WWE show had more matches on it than an AEW show, but it did. It had one whole match more, 4-match show. The Women's War Games match, Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena for the IC title, Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella for the Women's World Championship, and then your Men's War Game match. What did you think?
So the Women's War Games match, like it's clearly like there was night and day difference between the two companies. And, that much was very obvious. They were very tame in a match that is supposed to be untame, and that is the point. So it's kind of like AEW, like it was genius that they did Blood and Guts when they did. Right before Survivor Series, because it illustrated for everyone what the difference was.
Yeah.
Now, it was kind of clunky how it started because the babyfaces had the advantage.
Which is always odd.
Is designed for heels.
Yeah. But I guess they couldn't do it for both.
Yeah.
It's kind of the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I get why they did it, but there was no way to avoid that awkwardness at the start of seeing, two baby faces and one heel. But yeah, it still went well. Like it still went as well as it could have gone given the restrictions that must have been over them. Special shout out in this match to Charlotte's gear.
Yeah.
That was such a cool, like, because the fan had designed this gear and it looked fantastic. And Charlotte, I didn't think I'd be that into Charlotte as a babyface. But
her and Alexa have been phenomenal.
So good.
It's so nice that it's for the longest time. It's like Charlotte Flair has been like one of the best women's wrestlers either on the planet or ever, period.
Yeah.
But she's just had no storyline beyond I'm the queen, I win championships. So like there's been no character that's ever changed over like a decade of her being with the company. So to have some level of different character has been so good.
As soon as they gave her more character development to execute, she executed it instantly.
Yeah.
And it got over straight away. As soon as she started tagging with Alexa, it was just there immediately. And it really showcased how good she is, even when she doesn't have top number one booking in the division. She can still make it work.
It's always been the creative that's let her down. And like the easiest example of that is like, do you remember Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair and how good that match was? You remember that one, right? At Mania? Amazing, right? Phenomenal. That match is incredible, yeah? Do you remember anything about the build to that match? Nope. Because it's bad. Because it's bad, right? You think about that match, you go, legitimately, you go, oh, that match is good. And you ask anyone, you go, tell me about the build. And usually people go like, Rhea won the Rumble. You're like, yep, keep going. There's nothing, because the rest sucked. It was bad. Like, it was a bad build. And then the match was amazing. And then if rumors are to be believed, they were told beforehand, hey, you don't have as much time. And Charlotte Flair did the equivalent out there and went, fuck that, I'll take as much time as I want. Like, that was
the pre-recorded on Soundstage Mania. They could have had all the time.
No. The other one. The second one they did.
Oh, right. That first one
I kind of remember a little bit of, yeah.
I was meant to be there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because that was the WrestleMania that never was.
COVID Mania, yeah.
I had, like, flights, Esters, hotels. That was meant to be my first ever trip to the States, and I've still never been. And
wait a few more years, I think.
Yeah, wait until someone either gets voted out or carks it. But, yeah, it was meant to happen. And yeah, like everything got refunded, like the show's not on. But yeah, that's how I remember like the first Rhea Charlotte match, and that was where she had the Vegeta gear.
Yes,
where Rhea had the Vegeta gear, and it looked sick.
Yeah,
that's still the favorite gear she's ever had.
Yeah. But
the second one was great too.
And the second one was fantastic. Like, was a better match in my opinion. But yeah, you could like, and it's the easiest story to tell of like Rhea called out Charlotte those years ago, wasn't ready, got put in her place. She wins the Rumble this time. She's like, okay, now I'm ready. Like, it was the easiest story, and somehow they biffed it. And then the match turned out really good. So everyone goes like, oh, yeah, it was great. It's like, yeah, but the build sucked. Like, it was so simple and somehow so bad. Yeah. And the same with this match where, like, it felt like it had too many moving parts. Stuff still felt a little bit off. AJ Lee still seems off. And also, like, working a Brock Lesnar schedule at this point where she, like, shows up and then goes away. And then, the most jarring one is I will never speak ill of how phenomenal Io Shirai, however you know her. Phenomenal. That bin spot we need a break because it's just watching everyone stand around and wait. But everyone just kind of stands and waits. Like, the worst part in this match is that they weren't fighting beforehand. You don't have the other women hitting moves or or forcibly holding them in place. It's just all the women, the good guys stood around the side, and then the bad guys went like for 20 seconds until a lady jumped on them, and it just looked kind of crap.
I mean, it needs to have the spontaneity of it was what made it in the early going, and now that it's like Kofi's Royal Rumble spot, like because it's sort of advertised as being a thing that happens every time. then you know what's going to happen. You can predict it, and it feels less special.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas those first couple of times, the first time in particular, you're like, what the fuck is she doing up there with a bin?
Yeah,
oh,
right.
Shit. Like, now it's, she's headed up with a bin. Okay.
Something that felt properly special, though, was Dominic Mysterio, John Cena. John Cena finally winning the IC belt, and then Dominic winning it back off him at the event. Dominic Mysterio should be called Dominic Guerrero. He is so much Eddie's son at this point. It's nuts. And then the John versus, I guess, all of the Judgment Day and Liv Morgan coming back, and just a properly good smoke and mirrors match to be able to like have this moment and pass it back and have John put all these people over, but still look super strong that it took all of them to beat him. We will readdress that in a little bit. Yeah, for me, that was the most fun I had watching the show was Dom and John, man. It was so much fun. Like, it was just
Dom
silly.
has just gotten so good in such a relatively short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And, like you were saying, the comparisons with him and Eddie, like, he's clearly watched a lot of Eddie matches and a lot of Eddie segments as well, not just the matches, to get the mannerisms as good as they are and to work the crowd as well as Eddie used to. Like, it's
phenomenal.
How good he is still getting, not just how good he currently is. Like, that improvement is still tangibly taking place.
Yeah. I mean, look, for someone who has and will continue to angrily insult John Cena's retirement run that was this year, this was a goodie. This was a good one. I'm happy about this one. No notes really. Like, I'm pretty on board with John and Don. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say about Stephanie Becker and Nikki Bella. Really, I very barely remember it, which is sad. But like, I don't remember it being bad. Like, if it was bad, I think I would remember it for sucking.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it for sucking. It was just kind of like, eh.
It was a match that happened.
And I think I feel much the same way about the men's war game match, which, like, I don't really remember anything that happened. I mean, half the field wasn't really going to take a bump because it's like Roman and Brock and like no one's taking big ludicrous bumps. I can't remember what anyone did. I had to look at notes to remember that the bad guys won. Like,
oh yeah, the bad guys definitely won.
But I couldn't. And then I know there was a bit at the end where like Roman could pick between like his family or like the belts, and there's like, no, I will go for the belts, and then the crowd booed. But like, that's what I remember.
Yeah, like, it was relying on its star power more than anything else, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I can really say. Like, it had so many big names in it. You would look at it at face value and go, well, this is gonna absolutely rock, and it just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. A shame. A crying shame.
It is. Next up, what was...
Full Gear, man.
Full Gear.
Full Gear wonderfully had a different version of the thing they did last pay-per-view where a pre-show match went over into the main show. Yeah. Except this time it was, we had Okada, Takeshita, and Hechicero all on a team. And Takeshita and Hechicero were already out and the match was starting. And then Okada showed up so that he could make his entrance. It's like, no. I don't show up until the pay-per-view starts. Like, the pay-per-view opens with his entrance, which is such a wonderful dick move. Yeah. I loved it. I loved it so much more. It's like 30 seconds. You're like, well, what's happening? Then you watch his car walk out like in gear, like disgruntled, like it felt like someone like clocking in. I was like, oh, fuck, nothing to, like, just made it to the office on time. Like, but so silly.
It definitely gets the crowd with Takeshita in terms of this, like, the butting heads between Okada and Takeshita. Because, like you look at a situation like that, how could Okada ever be seen as the good guy? He's definitely, the heel in their feud. And, that ratcheted that up so well.
Yeah,
just having
100%.
him show up. Although I've got to say, I like the idea of them starting a pay-per-view with, like, the last match of the pre-show running long. If they lean into that too hard, it will get old. Very fast.
Yeah, the only way it will not get old is if it continues to, like, I think they have the depth of roster. If it continues to just be a lunatic match, then, like, sure, man, like, I'll allow it. But we'll see how often they go to that well.
I was not expecting him to do that 2 pay-per-views in a row. And if they do 3 pay-per-views in a row, it's just going to be, oh, okay, you're pushing it. Like, you loved it, didn't you?
I had a fight. I'm such a big fan of Dickhead Okada. I'm such a big fan of Dickhead Okada. It's great. This poor guy who seemed like all he wants to do is just be like a comedy wrestler and is unfortunately forced to be a generational talent. It's like, I guess I have to put on another classic, I suppose. Like, it seems like such a burden.
Another banger with Omega. Oh, fuck.
Again. Fine, I guess. Can I go back to just giving people the finger and calling them bitches after this, please? Like, it's so good.
Did they at any point have a t-shirt with just his face and the word bitch? Because that would have worked, given how he was just leaning into it so hard.
Every once in a while, I still watch back the first clip where it's like him, Jack Perry, and like the Bucks, and they're getting booed, and then him just getting the microphone and just, hey, shut up, bitches. And like you watch the whole crowd pop. Like, it's so, like, I think it's barely any English since he joined AEW, and then just immediately, like, the raw emphasis he put on it makes me so happy.
What's
comedic
the English word that I know most confidently and can really lay
bitches.
Into? Bitch.
Park and Darby Allin was insane. Park looks like a monster. Like, continues to look more like, God, he's jacked. It's fucking scary.
It's weird that, like, he's covering up his body
FTR is now the tag team champions,
but he's still absolutely
he got bigger somehow. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He's a gigantic human. FTR defeated Brodito to be the tag champs now by, like, some chicanery, which is, man, let Bandito have some rest. And, like, I think those two are going to come back super, super strong and look amazing because, like, Bandito has been one of the best wrestlers of this year. Like, just so good every time they've let him go ridiculous. I really liked Ricochet being the inaugural AW National Champion in that kind of gauntlet match. Made everyone look like $1 million bucks, and then sneakily won right at the end. Kind of like picked his spot, like, but like made everyone look amazing and deserved it.
Yeah, sneaky shithead heel works so well for him.
Yeah, it's been so good. He
plays that role perfectly.
Yeah. Kyle beat Mox again, this time no holds barred in a submission match, and then you got that shot at the end of the match where, like, Mox is leant up against the barricade and you just look at Marina looking at him like sad and disappointed. That look of just like, oh no, like he's not that guy anymore. Like, even she knows it more than he knows it. Like,
you can tell she's a mum because she gives a perfect I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
She just looks so sad, which is so wonderful. And, like, keeps putting Kyle over, man. Like, it's so good. Like, keep making Kyle look like a world beater. Mark Briscoe beating Kyle Fletcher, which I think was awesome. I think Kyle Fletcher is just going to keep up and up and has been doing amazing things in the C2. But
he's outgrown that TNT title.
Oh, yeah. And also give Mark Briscoe his flowers, man.
Oh, like, for sure. Yeah.
Let him win. And then the clip beforehand of him, like, you know, I found new like, when I lost my brother, I was going to give it up. I found, you know, with my family at home, I found new family. Like, that whole sequence before the match is just, like, tug on all of the heartstrings. So good. Like, I'll never be sad at watching Mark Briscoe get to do good things. Like, so thoroughly deserves it. Like, just Yeah,
and
man, it just
he's
makes you
been at
happy.
it for so long now, and it's good to see, like, despite the terrible circumstances around the end of the Risco brothers, he's, I don't think he even saw himself as a breakout single star.
No way.
It happened, and it happened because of his ability, his character work, and just getting over that way. It's been great. Like, I'm happy to see Mark Briscoe hang on to that TNT title for a while.
He really is like Mick Foley kind of Cactus Jack now, where like he could lose, it doesn't matter. He still looks like he's still just beloved at this point. Like that's
why he's doing the bang bang elbow off the apron.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. We should mention, because it happened on a slightly later show. The Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, the inaugural women's tag champs. Hell yeah. You will never hear me be upset. I'm like, what a year for Harley Cameron. Like, that's might have to be your, like, most improved.
From the feud with Mercedes, with the puppet, and the puppet instantly over.
And it doesn't matter who they put her with. Like, they put her with Willow, she's over. Mercedes, she's over. Stat, she's over. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, she's just so good. Like,
then you put her with Willow, who has always been great, especially in the ring. And, their personalities on the mic, fit together really well. Really well. And, it's a no-brainer to make these two the tag champs and give them
the genuine shock of them beating Tony and Mina is fucking cool. You're like, oh, well, those are the guys. Nope. No, they're not. These are the gals. These are your gals. Like, Harley Cameron and like Chelsea Green are like the best ever examples of like every minute on television is what you can make it worthwhile, because both of them have done so much with so little.
They show that getting over is more than just going over.
Yes.
That's 100%. Chelsea Green and it's Harley Cameron, and both their respective brands and the shows that they're on are better for having them there, and it shows.
1,000%. Could not agree more. We're still getting Kenny Omega working more and more of these like I guess like tag and trios matches, because it's just the state of his body these days, the poor guy. But like Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express, that was stupid dumb fun. It's an AEW trios tag match. They're going to go a mile a minute and just be really, really, really ludicrous. And the fact we're getting the Bucks and Kenny back together after all this time does feel like earned, like does feel right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's about time to bring that kind of ship around. So
and that, like, even if they hadn't gone through like their storyline of being broke, when we all know they're not broke, but it's like a cool, fun way to just get them out of heel and back into babyface. And it's now at the point where you kind of want to see them get their money back, but not necessarily become dicks again. But I think that it makes sense storyline wise, like for them to get the money back, but be good people with money.
Yeah, exactly. See if they could turn over a new leaf. Statlander beat Mercedes in our continued story of Mercedes cannot win the big one, the one that matters. 0-2 for the AEW women's title, and also now has subsequently lost the ROH women's television title to Red Velvet.
Yep.
In an insanely good match that was as well over on I think that was Death Before Dishonor.
Yeah.
Super, super good show that one was as well. But like, we're starting to slowly watch Mercedes go like insane, like properly nuts, like just like it didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about, like laughing, random, like it seems like she's trying to like desperately hold on.
I think she's gonna, I mean, everyone eventually loses their titles, but I think by the time Mercedes actually wins the AEW women's title, she'll be one belt Monet.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I don't think she'll have
other belts have to go before she gets the big one.
She will have to lose it all to re-find that place to come back up, kind of thing.
Do you think
it's the Hangman downfall of going? You have to go to your lowest point to come back up to your strongest point.
Yeah, but I wonder if she will be the one to take it from Stat. or whether there'll be another champion between now and then.
Honestly, there's a few now. Like, there's a lot of people I can see do it.
Yeah.
Like, Tekla I could honestly see do it. Jamie Hayter I could honestly see do it. At this point, legitimately, Marina Shafir could do it. Like, just show up like an absolute monster and killer, and look like a murderer. Megan Bain as well, obviously.
Yeah. I think Jamie or Marina they're the two front runners for me. I think if there's going to be a champion between now and when Mercedes finishes this arc.
The only other one I could think about, it's harder now that the tag title's on, is just because of all the history, is Willow. And like, I think they're one apiece from memory. So like, yeah, it's Willow. She's
and then makes sense.
And then the final match of the show, steel cage match for the men's AEW World Championship. After maximum interference and a seeming betrayal or a rejoining from Hook, Samoa Joe is once again the men's AEW World Champion, and I will never be mad about Samoa Joe getting the top belt. The pictures of him covered in blood, holding that belt, like spitting blood out as he's holding that title. Look, like, that's a monster champion. Like, that's a monster heel world champion.
That is a bad motherfucker, and it makes perfect sense for someone like that to have the title. Yeah.
Yep. And then for right at the end, for lights go off, for Big Nana to show up, and then even bigger Swerve to show up, who's looking jacked.
That is not his body. Like, he is just what surprises me the most, because normally when people gain that much, they slow down. Because you have to. But he's still pulling off that house call as if he's still a cruiserweight in NXT. And like,
still moving like Killshot despite being twice the size.
Yeah. That's the most surprising bit, is how well he can still move despite his size. Because like, he's not meant to be that big.
Dude, the most recent show of him in like a football, like a soccer jersey, making that thing look like a compression shirt. What the absolute fuck? Like, I walk out and I'm like, what? Like,
shoulders. That is not what Shane Strickland is meant to look like.
Oh my God. And then
he's so big.
And now that him and Hangman are kind of doing their like begrudging friends with a common enemy, the fact that they had a tag team match, and now they both declared themselves separately the number one contender, so they're doing the triple threat again, like Joe, Hangman, Swerve, which they did do before, and because those two wanted each other dead so much that Joe managed to retain.
Where Hangman taps out just to keep the title off Swerve. Like, that was such a great finish. I remember that match vividly, and I'm like, oh, this one again? Awesome. Let's go.
But now it'll feel much more like like there's more of a chance that Joe will sneak it away because the other two can't quite stay on the same page. Like, all of the will they, won't they? Like, there's too much history still there, but I'm so excited for it. But like, seeing that cage match was gnarly. Like, all of the blood, all of what felt like a proper end of feud or like turning point steel cage match, like the steel cage matches that we remember, where it should feel violent and scary, like the Triple H Batista Hell in the Cell, like those kinds of things where you're like, oh, this is legitimately dangerous. Like, it felt actually legitimately dangerous and scary.
The danger and the violence of it is the point. And AEW, I think, make that point. They drive that point home better.
I mean, Tony Khan loves him some ECW, so it's not super surprising.
Yeah, getting an ECW fanboy to run a show with a cage match on it, well, that's going to happen.
Yeah. Let's make the whole thing out of boards of nails. How do we put more blood in there?
Really,
is Darby willing to do a pagan sacrifice of his body? Of course he is. Let's get it done. Put it on the show. We're going to do it for free.
Give it away
on a
television.
Monday. Like,
This
God
is
bless
just
that absolute lunatic.
weeknight horror films.
Kinda. It's so ridiculous. And I mean, look, that chugs nicely along to a different kind of horror film. Saturday night's main event from last weekend, which marked the obviously your main event of that is the retirement match for John Cena, which went through a big, exhaustive tournament to decide who was going to ultimately be his final opponent, which ended up being the return of the Ring General Gunther. But before that, 4-match card, not a big card, honestly. Like, I think it was just under an hour or so of wrestling all up across the card.
It started with Cody and Obafemi, and I'm torn on it.
Obafemi so much.
Everyone in our group chat is fully aware of that.
That one bit early in the match where Cody builds offense and he goes for the gold dust uppercut where you fall to the mat and punch up.
The bump.
And as he fell to the mat, Owen just went, whoa, and just grabbed his throat on the ground. That was like,
he's a great monster. I'm not sure about the entrance. With doing the walking dance, entrance. I'm like, are you a monster or are you, a fun dancing guy?
I love that silly strut because he's so fucking big he can get away with it.
Yeah.
It's like, go on, you make fun of it.
So, I mean,
they shoot him so low too, like how low the camera is
make him look massive. Him look
huge. Not that he needs the help.
I think, was it the go home SmackDown the night before? They start now. You might have seen this more than I have because you watch more NXT than I do. But do they do, instead of the what chant, it's just at the end of every line, the crowd just goes, who?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he usually does it as he walks to the ring. They'll do it with him. He'll be like, who? And they'll all kind of do it like, it's almost like, this might sound more racist than I intended to, and I don't mean to, but it's almost like, because they bill him like the ruler, and the idea I think is he's meant to almost be that image of like an African warlord, like this kind of ruler, this leader. So
Nigerian
the idea that it's almost
warrior king, like that.
The idea that it's almost they are like is like it's you would get like almost like for gladiators where they would go as in their champion is arriving to fight whatever it is, and they're like lending their power to this. This conqueror, to this warlord, this ruler. It's like so the fucking crowd cool. It's so cool. I'm about
soldiers that serve under him.
Yes.
That's what I get from that chant. And I think the next time he's on main roster TV and cutting a promo, I hope, it's weird to say I hope they pipe it in, but I hope they encourage that
lock it in, guys. Come on, audience. Lock it in. Lock it in.
They've got to nail that to help him get over.
100%.
But he's such a monster. He was fucking dog walking Cody. And then the finish that happened, it happened.
Why they don't got them no contest? They started this. We should have known it was like all downhill when we're like, here's our opening match. It's getting real good. We're about to hit the 10-minute mark of this match. It went 9 minutes, by the way. We're about to hit 10 minutes. It feels like it's building. Here we go. Big interference. No contest.
Yeah.
Oh, like what? Like Cody can't lose. Cody can lose this one. You can have the belt's not on the line. This is the next guy. We're spotlighting the next guy. Just let him have the idea of like, I wasn't prepared. Like I'll be more prepared next time. Just let him. Either of them could do that. Oba, it was too big of an occasion for Oba, despite the little the inexperience from a veteran of Cody, or have Cody being like, I wasn't prepared for this kind of monster. Just pick one. Just pick one.
I'm hoping that they build more story around this finish, because they could very easily say, and you can tell now, Cody is not a babyface anymore. Because if he was, he would have grabbed a microphone and said, restart the match.
Yep.
But he didn't.
5 more minutes. Nope.
Because he knew he was getting his ass handed to him.
I'll take my out. Let me shake his hand and leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Friends? Yeah.
makes him insecure and makes him sort of become this cowardly dick heel to make him go full Homelander. Like, if this is what they're trying to turn Cody into, they could take this finish and build on it and really complete that turn. And I hope that's why they ran it out like they did instead of just having Cody restart the match like a babyface.
Who knows?
But
who knows?
All the audience really took away from this match is that Oba can beat the shit out of Cody. That much. Yep. That's all they really
established. And then we didn't get to see the end of it. And then we didn't actually get to have a fun conclusion to this thing that we've spent $5,000 to have tickets to.
Yeah. At least.
Kid, less than an hour of wrestling. Sol Ruka and Bailey was really, really fun. Like, look, that was never, there's not a lot there. It's just like, hey, here's the new person. Here's the veteran. Let them have a match. Sol Ruka, like, wins it in the end in a wonderful, like, counter sequence, which is really good.
Yep.
God, Bailey is so worthwhile. Even just from that, was it the Lodestone thing she ran recently? The event to bring ladies over and give them this kind of like seminar, 3 days. Charlotte Flair there, Lyra there, Cena was there for the last day. Australia's very own Erica Reid was over there. Let's go, Erica Reid. Looked amazing. Bailey is an absolute gem. I hope she is allowed to do whatever she wants because God, she's good. Otherwise, just go join Mercedes, please. I have one complaint.
I like that. Well, what they didn't sort of advertise that much was that Bailey paid for all this out of her own pocket.
Yeah, this is her thing.
All these international flights for everyone to bring them in. That she paid for all of that herself. Like, that's dedication, and that's giving back in such an awesome way. Like, just well done, Bailey. I hope she achieves every other success that she wants. Because, I mean, she's achieved so much. But you look at the way she's giving back, well, I want to see her get even more. 100%. Absolutely. Such a great thing to do.
Was it AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, Leon Slater was a little bit sloppy, but like fun overall. Everyone kind of recovered well and to make up for the bits and pieces where it went wrong. They didn't get to go very long. It was kind of like a 6-minute sprint, but like the bits that happened were fun and the bits that were slightly wrong didn't go too wrong. And everyone kind of caught it because everyone there, regardless of how old or young they are, is a goddamn pro. So
but
no real feelings, but no complaints.
If one of your regular spots is a springboard flying forearm, you're going to slip from time to time. Like, it's going to happen.
And the fact that he slipped and they just immediately went to a pin to go into the ropes to be able to recover and do a thing, like
veteran, that's some pro shit.
Yeah, despite the age of everyone in that match being all that old, that's some pro stuff.
Yeah.
And then our final match of the show was the bulk of the wrestling, essentially the same amount of time that all 3 other matches got, was Gunther versus John Cena. John's final big grand entrance, Gunther's big grand entrance, the last kind of like call. The ring introduction for John Cena, him looking at everyone when he was going to do the "You Can't See Me" and be like, "This is the last one, guys. I want to hear it." Like,
that was a great touch. I enjoyed it. It was an opportunity for John to play the hits one more time, and it was sort of a feel good moment in itself. The finish of the match. When I was watching it live, it was like, why is this happening in this way? Like, smiling at the camera, then tapping. Because the first time you watch it, you go, what the fuck was that? Now that it's had some time to sit and I look at it again, I'm like, okay, maybe in that moment he was happy to pass the torch. Like, that's all I'm thinking, like, to try and make it hurt less, I guess. Make me less angry with the finish was to realize that this is what John wanted and that was John's way of passing the torch. And then when you look at the post-match where there's no speech, there's no interaction between John and Gunther after the match has ended. There was no actual, like, put him over, give Gunther his moment, like, and officially pass the torch as such. But that's what the smile and the tap was meant to be, I guess.
Look, I'll take the positives from it where I can take the positives, right? Gunther is now the next. I feel like what the idea is that we need to build our next monster bad guy. This is the next Lesnar. Because Lesnar probably has to hang it up sometime soon as well.
He's the same age as John, yeah.
He can't keep being the size of a house forever. So yeah, like the fact that there's footage now of like fans like running after him. He had to be escorted by security to like his bus to leave. Like, I hope he shows up next Raw, whatever it is, and is just like the monster asshole heel. You know what I mean? Like, I crushed all of your dreams. I made it easy. Like, it was never a challenge. Like, I hope, right? Like, that's the pros, is that the match was good right up until the end, and you've developed, hopefully, the next monster bad guy. You know what I mean? The next unassailable, I retired Goldberg, I retired Cena. What chance does anyone else have?
Yeah.
Cool. Great. That's fine. It is almost, if you want to watch it and like all the bias of me in the universe, if you like, it's almost a beat for beat, the same ending as Mox versus Danielson, their final match. Except they had to kill fucking Danielson to get him to...
Distinct lack of plastic bag.
Yeah, they had to actually... But that was the idea. They had to actually murder Bryan Danielson to get him to, like, lose that fucking match.
Yeah.
Whereas John... And, like, just... To watch immediately this packed crowd full of people there for this person's final match of a retirement run, which, like, has not been great. Has not been good. Has been less than okay. And just watch the room deflate, just from adults to children to celebrities to everything, to watch the person who said, I'll never give up, give up. The person whose I never gave up meant something to make a wish children. You know what I mean? Like, for this person to do it. And if the idea is that he's giving up because he knows, like, he has realized that he can't do it anymore, and that this really is the last hurrah, and his body has nothing left to give, so he wants to give what he can, you know, as like almost accepting that this is the end, that's fine. Tell me that story so I don't have to infer it myself.
Yeah,
because you told me that John Cena can get killed by Brock Lesnar, and then he can have a very fun match with AJ Styles, and then he gets to win the IC title for fun, and then he gets to have some fun with Dominic Mysterio, and then he got killed by Gunther, and that's it. Because like a month ago, it took 6 people to finally beat him, and sure, Gunther is a stronger person than 3 ladies in the Judgment Day. Sure. But tell me that story then. Like, you didn't. You told me he's like a bad guy, and then he was a worse bad guy, and I'm gonna ruin wrestling. Except actually now I'm nice again. Except I got killed by Brock Lesnar, but the AJ Styles match was good. And then and then I had weird stuff with Dominic Mysterio, and then I got killed by Gunther. The end.
Yeah, it's the. Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. It's when you think about, like, because he's had losses by submission before, but he has passed out. And
the
given
last
that
loss,
the last loss
he had by tapping out was to Kurt Angle in 2004.
Yeah,
4 and Kurt Angle, like that guy, like the Olympian.
So, yeah, I think even if. Because he's, the only times he's lost by submission is by passing out. The rear naked choke is meant to make you pass out. That's how that works. Like, make him pass out, or if you're going to have him tap, have for the last few matches of this run, have him, like, almost tap, like, get really close to tapping and then escape, or really close to tapping and then get the ropes. Like, tease it for a while so that it makes sense when it happens if you have to do it that way. You know, if you're going to lean into the fact that no one has made Cena tap in over 20 years, build to the tap.
Make it a real big struggle.
Have him go.
I really like superhero movies where my superhero struggles through and then dies at the end. I also really like when my sports team not only loses but gives up at the end with a smile on their face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any and then to have the people come out, and now for some reason everyone's applauding this man who just like gave up and almost got choked unconscious, but everyone's just like, yay. And then we put the belts on him, and then we show him this weird footage, and then he just leaves his shoes in the ring and leaves. And like, it's just everything from that point onwards just felt so odd. You know what I mean? Like, it was just...
How good is that
like,
fan edit where he leaves the jorts in
Leaves his
the ring?
jorts, yeah. So good.
Huge pop. Huge pop.
But just, like, that is just so... From the finish onwards was so awkward and strange. Like, it felt... Like, all of it felt wrong. Like, it just felt wrong.
Like, you did a lot of kickboxing when you were younger, right?
I did indeed.
You remember that time where that guy, like halfway through the last round, just like gets down on his knees, puts his hand behind his back and his chin up?
Yeah, like that's kind of it, right?
Yeah, like kick my head off, please.
The best way to ever beat someone in like any fight I ever had was when someone quit on the stool, because you got that feeling of like I have beaten this person so thoroughly that they're like, I'm not going back for more. Like, I'm done. And that was always considered like the worst possible way you could be beaten. That you get beaten so soundly and thoroughly that you're like...
That you're saying, no, I'm going to stay here on the stool for a bit
when not the coaches is protecting their fighter, not the referees said you can't have much. You're like, I can't take anymore. Like, I've had enough. I'm calling it. Like... It was the worst way to possibly lose. And they did it to John Cena in his retirement. So, 2 thumbs down for me.
Yeah, we kind of got that.
In case you were wondering.
Yeah.
Not a fan. Just, I think sometimes you just let people go home happy. And I think if anyone deserves, they're like right off into the sunset. Like, I understand the idea is like you pass the torch on the way out, but like Taker didn't. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit?
No one cares, because that was made better by the fact that he won. Like,
apparently, like, and the best part is that he wanted to lose, and that the Bucks refused. They're like, absolutely not. Like, no,
we are putting you over, sir.
We're doing the job, buddy. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to live with that one.
Yeah, but I guess I was expecting, like, I knew they were going to have a great video package because that's WWE. That's what they do best, is video packages.
For sure. Yeah.
But he didn't grab a mic and say anything, like, because you think there would be a speech. Or
and the best part is that he looked like he totally like unemotionally just watched this video package, like, oh, this is nice. And then the only time he showed any emotion is when Vince was on screen.
Yep, that is how it happened. I was like, yeah, like I guess it's difficult, but I guess you can't tell the John Cena story without Vince. As much as I don't want to see Vince on the screen, you kind of have to when it's John Cena. But, like there's no follow up after the match of like him, showing respect to Gunther. Like,
thank you so much for coming out.
You could have
I know this isn't the result
respect.
you wanted.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they want to do it because they want him to be the monster bad guy. Sure, but even John, like, thank you so much for all coming out. I know this isn't the result everyone wanted. Like, but like, I have even explain your story there. But like, truly, I had nothing left to give. Like. Yeah. My time is not now. Like, my time is done. Like, do something. You know what I mean? But like, nope. Just leave your shoes and off you go.
And they really leaned into as well that Cody Rhodes moment, because he was the last one to leave ringside at the end of the show, and there's plenty of photos of him just standing like next to the ring, staring at the shoes and the sweatbands in the middle of the ring, and having that moment, and they really like encapsulated that and took lots of photos of that. So I'm like,
watch them use that. Watch fucking Gunther go after Cody, and Cody being like, avenge my idol John Cena. Yeah, exactly. Like, anyway.
Because now he sees himself as the undisputed top guy, and there's no guy more top than this top guy. He tops more guys than any top guy. What? Never mind.
Hang on.
The fan.
Had to for that.
I set that one up for you. I handed that to you on a silver platter.
Flawless.
You are
flawless, my friend. Flawless. Ugh.
I set him up.
I put him in. What? Anyway, let's do something to make me happier. That isn't
YouTube pick of the week.
YouTube pick of the week. I am in a giving mood today. Not just because there's too many puns now. Yep. Not just because of that, but because it's almost Christmas, and also because I got to watch a lot of good shows where a lot of people bled buckets for my entertainment. So I thought I would kind of go back through history and look at another wrestler who has bled buckets for many a person's entertainment. And someone like that you always hear about is a legendary wrestler. And if you're not of a certain age, you really have no giant appreciation for, because he's kind of like a little bit especially before my time, before a lot of people's time. And that's Terry Funk. Terry Funk is kind of known as one of the greatest wrestlers to ever live, from his own singles stuff, from to deathmatch stuff, to the things he's done all over the territories, tag teams with Dory Funk, to legendary matches, and all the people that he's influenced. I think John Moxley is very much a modern day version of a Terry Funk. You can see all of his influences in Cactus Jack and all of ECW, and many a place. And I wanted to kind of highlight two very different yet amazing matches done by Mr. Terry Funk. First one I want to highlight, which you can find entirely on YouTube, is Terry Funk versus Jerry the King Lawler in an empty arena match for the CWA down now at good old Memphis in 1981. Before even we talk about the matches, you should go and watch the promo that Terry cuts before the match. It's so good. Where he's talking about, he's like, I hate this man, I despise this man, I can't stand anything that he said. Like, it's this different level of cruel and hateful and jealous, like that kind of character that comes through. And the fact that he calls them out, he's like, I don't know if this King's going to show up, I don't even know if he's going to be here, they're trying to film it, he's swearing, and they're like, whoa, please swear less, we want to hopefully be able to air this footage. And then he's there, and then you watch the King show up, and he's like, oh, you're going to show up with your crown or your BS even for this thing? There's no one here. No one's here clapping for you. And then they have this, like, knockdown, drag him out brawl. It's amazing where you watch Terry be, like, the guy on top until he's, like, gets this injury, and then you watch him immediately turn into the cowardly kind of heel of, like, I can't take. Like, it's such a wonderful psychological performance from top to tail. Like I said, 1981, I think the first empty arena match to ever happen. It's really good. Go watch it. It's free on YouTube. The second one, because I wanted to circle back to what Steve spoke about with the Moxley Omega exploding barbed wire death match, because I think the match they're very much trying to do or trying to emulate is Terry Funk versus Atsushi Onita in FMW over in Japan in 1993. It is a no-rope exploding barbed wire time bomb death match. That's the official name of the stipulation. What a fucking name of a stipulation. And the idea is like, yeah, there was this countdown to like this big explosion is going to go off. So they have to try and win before that or else everybody dies. And it's done in like almost like this ring in like the middle of this like almost like pool of water, so the crowd is away from everyone. So they like, there's the idea is they're making this area to really sell you on this explosion. Again, no ropes, all the ropes are barbed wire. Every time we get whipped into them, boom, big explosion goes off, like big ridiculous explosion. It looked amazing. And then you had Atsushi Onita, who was the super over kind of like handsome baby face of the promotion. who comes out to a Wild Thing, which is 100% where Mox took it from, 1,000% where Mox took it from. He finally kind of like beats his idol, like defeats his idol, pins him clean in the middle of the ring. And like as he's leaving and walking away, like the count, like almost like the 60-second the countdown starts to like the bomb is gonna go off, and he's not moving. And you watch him kind of walking away, and he like looks back, and he's like, and then the countdown gets lower. He's like, and then like as he gets really low, he runs back, slides into the ring. He's like slapping him in the face, furiously trying to wake him up, like wake up his idol that like, despite that he's pinning him, despite what's happened, like this is the man he's emulated so much of his career. Trying to wake him up, can't do it. Covers him with his own body, and then not what happened at AEW, just a proper ridiculous explosion. The whole like arena's covered in mist and smoke. You get this proper kind of afters if he had to shield him, do this selfless act as the baby face to protect his idol despite how evil a man he was. It's awesome. It's so goddamn good. It's so, like I said, it's so different. It's obviously much more violent because it is a no rope exploding barbed wire time bomb death match. But it is, again, it's free on YouTube. You can find it. It's so very cool, and it really does help cement what a incredibly gifted performer Mr. Terry Funk was. Yeah, and thoroughly gets recommended.
Yeah, both of those absolute classics. And the best part, I think, is when you can look at parts of both of those matches and then see, like, it makes future matches with the same stipulation make a lot more sense when you go back and watch them afterwards. Go, oh, they got this from there. And that happened because that happened. That's what I like the most about both of those matches, yeah. How they really...
Terry Funk really does have that, like, the modern day, like Eddie Kingston ability to just, like, make you feel, you know what I mean? Like...
For sure.
It's, like, no one's told him it's not real. Like, it feels real to him, damn it. Like, when he tells you he hates Jerry Lawler, it sounds like he fucking hates him. Like, this venomous, evil, rotting hatred in the same way that, like... When you watch his, like, struggle, despite being, like, the bad guy against Onita, like, you feel that, like, oh, this is that, like, aging gunslinger who doesn't have it anymore, but desperately trying to, like, you know, see if he can still hang. Like, you make you feel things. And, you know, art at the end of the day's only job is to make you feel something. So, at that, an artist the man is.
He always had great promos, too. Like, especially in his feud with Dusty. And like, Dusty, you egg-sucking dog. Like, and then the Dusty sucks eggs
Sucks
shirt.
Eggs.
That's where...
The one that's been parodied a million times. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's so great.
That felt too on the nose for most people. I feel like a lot of people have heard about and seen Terry Funk versus Dusty Rhodes. But if you haven't, just put Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes into YouTube. Like, you'll have a great afternoon.
That whole
You'll have a banger
is
of an
amazing.
afternoon. Oh,
it's so good.
So good.
Yes.
It's so good. And like I said, two people that don't look like what you modern day think of professional wrestlers. They just look like two big lads who just like want to, you know what I mean? Like, like who just want to have at each other because they just can't stand each other. It's great. Great.
Classic pro wrestling. Feel better now?
Yeah. I do feel better now. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the end of episode 14 of the GrapChats Pro Wrestling Podcast. Be sure to follow us on the Facebook and the Insta and the Twitter and all of the things. And you can check us out at grapchats.com, where you can find all the links to all of our socials. And until next time, I'm Steve. He's Matty.
Happy holidays. Happy
Merry
New
Christmas,
Year.
Happy New Year to everyone out there.
Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, whatever it is. Sounds fun. I hope it has lots of food in it.
Lots of food, lots of good times.
That's the best part about holidays. You get to have lots of food. Like, it doesn't matter which one you celebrate. There's usually a shit ton of food in them.
We eat so much ham that I can't stand to eat another piece of ham until next Christmas. That's how much we eat.
Really?
My dad, in the gap between Christmas and New Year, will have like ham on toast for breakfast, ham sandwiches for lunch, ham and salad for dinner. And we're like, by the time it's all gone, we're like, Dad, please stop. Like, don't go buy any more ham.
As is always, it's the most Australian, like coastal Australian thing ever, but it's always like seafood. It's like Christmas is your excuse to just eat your own weight in prawns. I will.
Yeah. I live 300 kilometers inland and I love seafood, but I can't get good fresh stuff. So it's like, let's go to the coast for reasons.
Yeah. I live 500 meters from the ocean. So good out here, man. I'm going to be half crustacean the next time y'all see me.
Yeah. The gym selfies just won't be the same.
Yeah, no, I have to be deveined for it to look good.
Until next time, I am Steve Willis. You are loved, and we will see you then. Goodbye.
Bye, Nan.